Shalom. I'd like to start out by giving all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect of Israel. This is Thamayim in Atlanta, and I'm going to go ahead and say Salakia. I've been doing a lot of my lessons lately on these natural disasters that are occurring, these hurricanes, these earthquakes, these fires, and I feel like I've been talking about them a lot recently, but I'm bringing another one, and it's not Hurricane Milton, which just occurred down in Florida, or Hurricane Helene. This is Hurricane John that just happened during Hurricane Helene, so 2 weeks ago or so, down in Acapulco, Mexico. And I'm bringing this out because I hadn't heard anything about this at all until yesterday, maybe day before. And so let's take a look at this, at what has affected our brothers Issachar, who are the so-called Mexicans. And so here's a little TikTok, and then we'll get into the scriptures.
It is now being reported that there are now 127,000 people left homeless in Acapulco after Hurricane John made landfall on September 23rd. During a press conference, Guerrero officials confirmed that the rain experienced in Acapulco by Hurricane John in 4 days was equal to the amount of rain experienced in an entire year. As of right now, 22 people are reported to have lost their lives during the hurricane due to flooding and mudslides that crushed homes and devastated the area. Many people did not evacuate the area for many reasons, but one of them being that John was a zombie storm. Zombie storm refers to a hurricane that dwindles and then re-intensifies again as it hits the land. It was expected to be a tropical storm before it quickly sped up to winds of 105 miles per hour. Acapulco had also not even yet fully recovered from Hurricane Otis last year, which left 1,300 people displaced. Scientists have long pointed to climate change as the primary culprit behind the increasing intensity of tropical storms. Rising sea levels also contribute to worsening storms. Acapulco needs so much help, and if you are able to, the best way to donate is through the Mexican Red Cross. It is now being reported that
Don't donate to the Red Cross. That's silly. All that money is going to get taken by the Edomites. But what is exciting to me about these storms and natural disasters is that it's some of the signs that Yahweh Shai prophesied would be happening right before his return. So seeing this type of destruction is actually, it's exciting because we know Yahweh Shai will be back soon, and he's judging the earth right now and putting these people into fear, putting them into a worse economic situation. And this is happening all around the world. We're seeing wars, we're seeing inflation, we're seeing these natural disasters in different forms, whether it be earthquakes or hurricanes or floods, wildfires, even not a natural disaster, but even the chemical plant that burned down here in Georgia. We're seeing these different plants burn down, and people going on strike or saying they're going on strike. All these things are tightening up the economy, and it's going to eventually lead to famine and economic collapse. And then we'll also have wars going on simultaneously, and eventually they're going to make that MOTB mandatory. But exciting times that we are in, and it's great to see the Lord working right now. He's doing work. But let's get into the scriptures. The Most High is judging this place. And this is Psalm 66 and verse 5. It says, "Come and see the works of the Most High. He is terrible in his doing toward the children of men, and he has a whole plethora or armory of different judgments to take out on this world, because this world is completely wicked. They have no idea who he is and what he's about, and he's going to show his name through these judgments and through the raising up of the nation of Israel, who are currently at the bottom, being the Negroes, the Latinos, and Native Americans. We even just saw our brothers Issachar down there getting judged. But he's gonna raise his people from the bottom of the social order all the way to the top of it, and it's all gonna be to boost his name, to make his name well known within this earth. Everyone's gonna know that the Lord brought these judgments, that the Lord cast down the Edomites, who are the so-called white people, but who people thought would stay in that position forever, especially the Edomites, because they truly believe that their houses will continue forever, but there's no chance. They've been too wicked. They have to be judged. And a lot of these judgments are, even though it might seem like they're coming through the Edomites, this is all setting up and preparing them for a great and gigantic fall. Great was the fall thereof. And the Most High is terrible. He's as he was called in the Old Testament, Al-Shaja, great and terrible power, great, terrible, demon-like power. And his judgments are terrible, especially if you're on the wrong side of it, which he's balanced. So there's good judgments and there's terrible judgments, but right now we are at the point of great, terrible judgments going out. Actually, I want to get this in the blue letter. Yeah, this is Psalms 83, and I believe verse 15. Yep, Psalm 83, 15. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. And as we went into not too long ago, a tempest is a hurricane, or is it a type of, or hurricane is a type of tempest, is how that should be said. But there are quite a few different translations here, and I want to get the ESV. And the Psalms 83 and 15, it says, so may you pursue them with your tempest and terrify them with your hurricane. And so we're seeing it right there. People are terrified. Their homes are being destroyed. All the things that they have are being destroyed. Everything that connects them to this world. And that's, for some people, this will be their wake-up call to get right. Because the Lord, some of his signs are to help wake up people with less faith. And they'll eventually see that this world is crooked and wrong, backwards, and come into the truth of the matter. But others are just going to continue on in these judgments that the Lord has for them, and continue in their ways, and will ultimately be judged with the world when Yahushua comes back, or before, because he has so many terrible judgments for these people. But I thought the Acapulco thing was interesting because I'm not hearing anything about it. People aren't speaking about this. And yeah, it's not Babylon, but that's a huge storm. And forget if she said it or if I read an article earlier, but there's over 100,000 people without homes because of that hurricane that came through there. And so turn to the Most High, repent, come back to Him, because judgment is coming. We're in those times. We're at the beginning of sorrows, and things are just going to get worse and worse. So if you want to protect yourself and your family, you got to turn to the Most High. There's no other option if He's turned to you. And so, Lord willing, that was edifying. I'd like to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Nakach Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to the elect of Israel. Shalom.